Hello everyone, MeanSpeed here with another Rising Hub video. It's been a few weeks since I last uploaded something because there's really not been anything going on with Rising Hub or Renegade Line until very recently, and I was just busy working and in my free time just trying new games out. It's not that I don't like or enjoy Rising Hub, but I did just kind of take a break from it. I just wasn't as interested, and I don't really want to sort of tie myself down to only a couple of games, and besides it's always good to try new stuff. Anyway, the focus of this video is about the team switch feature that was added to Rising Hub a few days ago. Now this is a returning feature which allows you to balance a game quicker and easier. BFH was very archaic because of what it was and with the engine and everything else with limitations, and one of the archaic things about it was to properly balance a game you had to leave the server, switch heroes and then come back to the server, which was sometimes risky because a server could fill up by the time you tried to get back in, and it was just annoying to have to do those extra steps sometimes, especially if you were really into the server and enjoying it. Now, I say this is a returning feature. It's a returning feature of sorts because this was used back in the day. It used to be possible on unranked servers a long time ago, around 2009. Some Elliot Ness servers, who were one of the service providers back in the day, allowed this feature, I believe, but it wasn't around for long and it did get removed pretty quickly. It wasn't available for proper ranked games either, like it is now, and there are some more changes to it as well that Rising Hub did, which I'll bring up later on. So this has helped to eliminate that slow process I mentioned about balancing a server, because you can now change teams in game by using a chat command, which is /T, in order to fight for the other side and fight against your previous teammates. Now the way this works is you can only do it when the game starts to get unbalanced, and you don't actually change class. Your outfit doesn't change. So let's say you're on the Royal side and the Nationals are losing pretty badly. If you use the chat command, you'll stay as that royal looking hero with the same equipment and everything you had before the switch, but now you can damage other royals. Royals can damage you, and the Nationals who used to be against you are now with you, and likewise they can't shoot you and you can't hurt them either. And it can be pretty confusing at first because obviously it's just different. It's not what people are used to, but because of the red names and ranks being visible pretty easily, it shouldn't take you that long to figure out who's an enemy. And also, for now at least, only a few servers are running this feature, a few select servers, so you'll know to look out for this type of stuff when you join those types of servers, and they're all named as team switch as well, so you know that before even joining. So after playing for about an hour using this feature, I had a lot of fun with it. It was pretty amusing to me to be playing as a royal on the national side, and seeing the initial confusion of enemies and teammates alike was pretty funny as well. A few things I noticed were, first of all, the team switch doesn't always work even if the game is unbalanced. So I don't know, maybe that's a bug where it's supposed to work and it just doesn't, or it could be that only so many people can switch. Pardon me. Or there's some sort of delay on it, but I'm really not sure because I haven't used it enough to try and work it out, and I haven't asked anyone about it either from the team. Also, when you do switch, you actually die and respawn by your new team base or flag spot, depending on if you've already captured something. And this is obviously to help prevent abuse, because otherwise you could be a gunner, for example, get behind like 3 teammates who are distracted fighting the enemy, and then quickly type the command, switch over and just mow them down from behind without them realizing straight away. And this also prevents abuse in a fight where you could maybe try to switch during combat to mess with the guy you're fighting with, just to avoid taking damage and stuff like that. Speaking of that though, I did see a bug where my brother actually switched teams but he didn't die, so he didn't actually realize he did switch until he saw different red text, and I actually mentioned it as well. I saw his name in blue because he switched to my team, so then he noticed. And I only saw this bug once during the time I played, so I'm guessing it's pretty rare for it to happen. Movement animations and emotes look weird when you switch, and that's basically because the game is trying to do an emote or a function that's meant for a different player model, basically because the Royals are bigger than the Nationals are skinnier than the Royals. So it looks pretty odd and pretty horrible, though it can be pretty funny at times as well. And it basically looks the same as if you try to wear royal clothing on a national hero in the tutorial map and vice versa. It's also worth knowing that if you did switch, you'll stay on that team until you switch back. The game won't just reset it or put you back to normal after the round ends or when a new map loads. As I said before, this feature did get changed slightly when the team brought it back as well. As well as making it for ranked servers when it was originally just for unranked ones, the feature will allow you to earn extra experience in the future, giving people more of an incentive to actually help balance the game and switch over. And apparently, back in the day, slots were locked as well, and you couldn't switch in game with the chat command. It was basically preset before entering. So they did change a few things around, and actually, the feature has been made even better because of the team's work, which is pretty awesome. Now, I'm not sure if this feature will be something permanent on all the servers at some point, or if it'll just be, something special, something cool to use once in a while on specific servers only. But either way, I'm pleased we have it. I know it's not exactly a new or revolutionary feature for today's gaming standards, but for an old game like Battlefield Heroes, it's a welcome alternative to what's a pretty archaic way to balance a server. So I'm glad we have it back, and I'm impressed with the team's efforts, and it's good to see we're seeing it again after all these years. And just like with the closed beta pistols, I'm pretty sure that this feature is something that most of you watching this video didn't actually get to do or experience before Rising Hub brought it back. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, there was a small teaser trailer for a new vehicle map, but I'm not sure when that's going to be released. I'm looking forward to playing it though, and I'll definitely be sure to make a video when it's out. So yeah, guys, just trying to see if there's anything else I could talk about here. No, I don't think so. I was going to say something else about this feature, but I can't remember now. It's gone. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I guess for the team switching. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.